This is Red, White, and Royal Blue.
And this is the Prime Experience. I think, I mean, all film is fantasy in some sense, and I think it aids in the success of the movie. But I'd be concerned to know what that real life pairing would actually be. Who is the first son, and who is the Prince of England right now? Uma?
Well, the feedback that I've gotten from people of wishing it was true is more that it's a really inclusive, loving world in this movie. There's some conflict, there's some struggle for people to be accepted for who they are, but compared to, I think, what people are really facing in the world, it's a very elevated and hopeful world that these characters are all living in. We also made this movie when we still had, COVID was unfortunately still a thing. Yes. So, we didn't get to rehearse. We got to have lunch together one time.
We did. That was nice.
We had lunch together one time, and that was the only time I got to speak to anyone in the cast.
And so when Uma finally arrived on set, I think it was a scene that we shot that didn't actually make it into the film. And so as soon as we met, I was like, "Hi, Uma, I'm Taylor." And you shook my hand. I go, "I think I need a hug because you're my mom from this point on." And she's like, "Oh my God, yes!" And then we hugged and we went straight into the scene. And then we went fast and furious for a few weeks.
There was a couple of different versions of the cake itself, right? Because
how many cakes did you go through?
Well, so there were scenes on us close-ups where people were just throwing cake at us. We had a big rubber cake actually falling by itself where we weren't there. We had
the whole cake was rubber, right?
Most of the cake was rubber. The outline.
There's no cake injury.
There was no cake. There was
it had that jiggle. Yeah. It looked good.
There was finding icing in the sort of ear canal a day or two later, which was a really bizarre feeling.
Smelled like milk.
Yeah, for a few days. Yeah. But no, that was a whole day's worth of filming.
Nah, dude, 2 days.
Was it 2 days?
We were at that location 2 days because my dog died the first night. And then I came to set the next day and I was like, "Hey guys, my dog died. Everything's gonna be fine. Just keep it on the low." Everybody looked at me like, "Hey, I'm so sorry." I was like, "Oh, this is a comedy. We need to get out of here." I'm like, "Let's just cue the cake." But it was 2 days of cake. We had about a week of rehearsals, and then I got COVID, and so we did rehearsals virtually, and then we went right into it. And I think as soon as Nick and I met, we knew how beloved the book was, and we knew we had to get it right. And so we just kind of made a pact. We're like, "All right, all in, let's do this," and just trust each other from the get-go.
I think Nora is her own person as well. I think she's really full and vibrant, and I think that sort of brings out this beautiful side that we see in Alex. But yeah, I think she's happy to support and encourage and lift up and get Alex to embrace all that he is, all he is. There's a lot happening in the U.S. and in Texas in particular, and I hope that we continue to try to move forward, or not continue. I hope we move forward again. We turn around a little bit.
Well, again, I think to see the positive, the hopeful side of human nature, it's strong in this movie, and it's a real thing, and it can manifest, and it has manifested before. I think we're all seeing a lot of backsliding and a lot of fear and confusion, but hope and love is an option, and I think we have to just hang in there.